Okay, our course, as I said before, it is one part of two parts of the course B207. We will talk mainly in this course about innovation in organizations, and we will start talking about what is innovation. I want you to tell me if you can. It's about getting big ideas in organizations. This is the topic of our chapter today. And we will start right away with what is innovation. Regardless of what you see on the slide here about innovation, if I ask you what is innovation, what would you say? What do you think about innovation? What does this mean? What is it? What is the reflection of the word in your mind? What comes to your mind when you hear the word innovation? New, yes. What else? Invention, اختراع. New idea, yes. Something you haven't heard before, something you haven't bought before, a new product that never been in the market before. What else? Create, very good, Fatma. New device, yes. Updated product, excellent. Yes, exactly. Updated or new, Kazi and with. You said either new or updated, and both are completely correct. Yes, invention or innovation could be all what you said. It could be a new product, something you haven't seen before in the market, or sometimes it could be a product that we have seen, but we are creating a new idea of promoting this product. So it doesn't have to be completely new. It could be a new in packaging, new in developing, new in its delivery. So it's just a new idea. I personally consider innovation as a process, translating this idea or this invention into something, a product, a good, or a service that is creating value for the customer. So, in business, innovation often results when ideas are applied by companies to satisfy the needs and expectations of the customers. Sometimes these ideas could be in the form of a new product, or could be in the form of a new market, or could be in the form of new strategy, a way of delivering the same product. يعني مثلا when we order food, we used to order by telephone, now we have application. So the product is literally the same. However, uh, the way of providing this product is changed. This is the new idea. Yes. So you now can have the application and order your food without talking to anybody, and even pay online, not cash. So this is a new way of providing the product. The product stays the same. However, the new idea is in delivering, how we deliver this product. Sometimes how we promote the product. If you all remember, if you all remember, a few years ago, Coca-Cola provided their famous drink in a new can, and this can has names on it. Okay, so it was customized. Everybody was looking at the can of Coca-Cola with the names on it. Okay, maybe you can say to Nada to look out and look in again. Anyway, do you remember this? Do you remember when the Coca-Cola, the famous drink, was provided in a new can with the names? So it's, does Coca-Cola invented a new drink? No, it was literally the same drink. However, it was the new idea of providing the product. Just give me a second. Um, so that's my idea about innovation. We have to say that be careful that innovation, we need innovation in all organizations, not only business organizations. However, we need in all kinds of organization, either business or non-business. You all know that business organizations are those businesses aiming at having profits. That's why they are called business. However, we have many organizations with non-profit aim. They don't aim at having profits, like governments, government agencies and police stations, government hospitals, universities, okay, NGOs. غير ربحيه بالظبط يعني. So معنى كده ان هي غير ربحيه they don't need innovation. Absolutely not. All organizations need innovation in their operation in order to better provide good services and good products um, to their customers. Okay, so this about innovation. After we know now what innovation means, let's understand why innovation is important. Why innovation is important? Why do you think? Why innovation is important? حقق مبيعات. ايه ايه تاني؟ attract more customers. Yes. دورة حياة المنتج قصير. Yes, we say all this, we can see all this here. Severe competition, short life cycle, demanding customers. Yes, I know all this. Okay, but there is a major cause or major uh, important reason why really we need innovations in our organization. It is the using of new ideas that lead to the making of any new product. And Shahid, why we need to make new products? Why we just stay with our usual product? Huh? Keep up development. Have you ever thought about have you ever thought why companies keep producing new products؟ يعني مثلا لو شركة أبل يعني خلاص keep doing the same mobile phone. خلاص this is what they are good at and they are يعني doing the same mobile and producing the same mobile. Why they are producing new products? Why they are inventing? Why they are coming up with new ideas to produce new products? لو عايزة تعرفي ليه، شوفي العكس لو حصل. If they keep producing the same product over and over again, what will happen? Yes, ما هيكون في تطور، الأرباح راح تقل. Eventually what will happen فاطمة؟ في الآخر خالص إيه اللي هيحصل؟ Exactly. راح تخسر الشركة. New products help to keep customer loyal and making a new profit. They will lose the competition. Exactly that will happen. Anna, I want to ask you, have you ever heard about this quote? Have you ever heard about this? هكتبها لكم. Innovate or evaporate. Have you heard about this before? This is very important. Okay, this is the first time you hear about this. You know what it means? You know what it means? Think. Yes, Liana, you can say. أو التبخر, yes. Innovate or evaporate. So this is a warning for businesses. Either you innovate, either you come up with new products and innovate and develop yourself, or simply you will evaporate. Evaporate يعني يتبخر. Evaporate يعني disappear. You will vanish from the market. So it's warning. Warning for whom? Warning for businesses that are satisfied of what they are, and they are losing because they miss out the benefits of fresh and updated mindsets. In other words, they are very stubborn, they are unwilling to innovate, so they leave their businesses in a very dangerous position, especially when everyone around them are innovating. So this is very important. If you don't innovate, everybody else will innovate, will come up with new product, and you will be يعني behind. So if you don't innovate, you will evaporate. You will get out of the business. Can we all يعني remember what happened to Nokia? Nokia يعني was the يعني first number one company for producing mobile phones. Yes, but they lost. They lost. They didn't. They are not number one, number two, or even number 10. Why? Yes, they were selling at 2000, 1999, 2000, 2001, even up, I think up to 2003 and 4. They were number one, but they evaporated a seal. Why they evaporated? They lost. Even when the Microsoft take the يعني يعني make the merging between Nokia and Microsoft, he said in the conference, the press conference, he said that we didn't do anything wrong, but somehow we lost. They didn't come with new ideas, yes, and the other phone companies did exactly. So I remember when the BlackBerry first introduced the BBM, and it was يعني breakthrough. Then I think it was in 2007 or 2008, and then Apple and Samsung, they have this smartphone were introduced. Okay, so they didn't keep up. They didn't innovate, get fresh ideas, and that's why they lost. So that's why innovation is important, actually. Exactly, exactly. Okay, that's why then. But remember, if we want to do innovative, we can create or we can innovate. It would depend on our organization, actually. It's not about only getting fresh ideas. We have this kind of support from the culture, from the organizational culture, and from the social environment as well. So, because innovation is more important than ever, the collaborative management of ideas through functions and geographical areas can help organizations to make new ideas emerge and refine them and ensure they reach the right people. So we need to nurture innovative ideas. عارفين nurture يعني ايه؟ Nurture. We need to nurture innovation. اوكي، نغذي ال الابتكار, and it needs to be supported by the organization. Although it is a little bit risky, yes, and some innovation will lead to failure. However, this is how it is done in business. You have to take risks. Yes, feed innovation. You have to nurture. Like if you have a plant, to take care of this plant until it flourishes. Okay, so that's how we get the big ideas. How we get big ideas. We have to take care of this. Organization need to nurture innovation. Yes, it is risky. However, we need the culture, internal and external culture, and organizational and social support. Okay? ويعني talking about big ideas, I wanted to show you maybe one of the videos talking about big ideas. Let me show this to you. Yes.
Friday afternoon at 4:30, your boss calls you into his office.
Just a second.
He says, look, I need your help and I need it now. We need some big ideas around here, some stupendously big ideas. We want to make this company great once again. I'm talking breakthrough, but I really need you to think outside the box. Wow, you've never heard him talk like this before. And so you start to get excited. Then you actually start thinking big. You do a ton of research, you brainstorm, you lose sleep, and you stretch your brain. And finally you do it. You find it. You come up with a great idea. So first thing Monday morning, you go to present your idea for launching this company ahead. You're going to knock your socks on. Our world is going to be a better place. You show them your idea, and after some silence, the boss says, this looks expensive. I appreciate how you're trying to push the boundaries, but look, this is a business. You've got to make some money, not spend it. I want you to still think outside the box, but I want you to come up with something that's not quite so expensive. So off you go to generate another idea. This time, you come up with a less expensive idea that's even better than the first one. You show it to the boss, and he says, this looks complicated. Now you realize, of course, that we've got to make this in our plan. I mean, I want you to keep thinking outside the box, but can you try to make sure that at least we can make the thing in our current facilities? You bring him another idea. Too disruptive. Another idea. Oh my gosh, that's too risky. And yet another idea. What on earth? That's just weird. Well, after a couple of months of this frustrating dance, you finally see it. You find it. An absolutely perfect idea. The one idea that you know will meet every last one of the requirements that were set. So, you start your presentation, and it seems to be going well. This time he doesn't ask any questions. And after a few minutes, he starts getting agitated and shouts, this is puny! I mean, I asked you to think outside the box, and you bring me this puny idea? What's wrong with you? Don't you know how to be creative? Normally, people at work can be pretty blasé, and I would dare say lazy. But when you bring them innovation, they suddenly kick into high gear and they start working overtime, undermining, blocking, maiming, debilitating, torpedoing, subverting, ignoring, and just plain killing your innocent, well-intentioned, and sometimes even your great ideas. Why do they act like creative people must be stopped? If this story sounds familiar to you, you're not alone. I've heard this story of frustration again and again and again from people in every kind of organization, in every kind of industry, and all around the globe. Of course, it's not always the boss who plays the role of deep knucklehead, torpedoing innovation in your organization. Sometimes it's your customers, your friends, or your partners. Maybe it's your suppliers, your colleagues, or even your team. Sometimes it's even you who pulls the trigger and stops innovation dead. What if you could predict who was going to trample your creativity and how they were going to do it? What if you could figure out beforehand how innovative ideas are likely to get killed? So, how can a great idea get killed? Let me count the ways. 1, it dies because it's not a great idea and you can't come up with a better one. 2, it wilts because your work group criticizes the idea mercilessly. They do so in public. 3, it drowns in your organization's stifling bureaucracy, gets suffocated by risk aversion. 4, your idea gets ambushed by rivals or even customers in your industry, people who are threatened by it. 5, gets whacked by a society that regulates your whole idea and demeans as true. 6. Technology delivers a coup de grace death blow by subjecting your idea to the heartless laws of nature. Of course, you don't believe that creative people must be stopped, but wouldn't it be nice to know beforehand how to outsmart those innovation-killing knuckleheads who do?
Okay. This is simply what happens when we try to get big ideas. We face a lot of challenges, including the society, including the organization itself, including maybe competitors, customers, all of these. That's why we need a support from the organization. It's not only about creating new ideas, it's also need to be, as we said, feeding the innovation and nurturing the innovation and try to defend the innovation. This is what the video is all about. Now we moving to the business functions. Okay, the relation between business functions and innovation. Business functions simply على فكرة you all يعني sometimes in exams I find overlap and يعني you are always confused between two things, business functions and management functions. Sometimes in exams we ask about business functions, you wrote about management functions, which is totally different. Management functions, they are planning, organizing, leading, influencing, and controlling. However, the business functions are these functions اللي هو the business organization are made up of اللي هي الأقسام الوظيفية. By the way, are you still with me or are you still here? Okay. So the business functions are these functional departments which the business organizations are made up of. اللي هي we usually have four business functions which are the operation management, okay, marketing, accounting and finance, and the human resource management. We will focus on our discussion on these two, the operation management and the marketing. And usually all businesses يعني, consist of these functions and many functions, many other departments. However, these are the basics, okay? So we need to innovate in these functions. So what shall we do? We do something which is called the holistic approach of innovation. What this holistic approach is all about? Holistic means it's overall or general approach, coming from the word holism. طيب, what is holism? It's describe organization or describe that the idea of the whole organization more than the sum of its parts. So we don't say that the organization is this function plus this function plus this function plus this function. No, we don't say that. We mean that the organization is more than the sum. So it's not all about the functions of the organizations, it's about what is the whole organization is all about. That is something must be considered, the organization must be considered instead of just considering its part. This philosophy is called holism. It's coming from the word, يعني the holistic word coming from the word holism. Okay? طيب, what is this philosophy is about getting innovation from all the organization. So if we have a problem, if the organization is facing a problem, not only departments, one department thinking about the solution to this problem. No, we make all organization, including all its departments, to solve this problem. طيب, one of you might ask, طيب, what if it is a marketing problem? shouldn't the marketing department only solve this problem? No, not marketing department only. All the departments of the organization should participate in solving this problem. Why? Because when we think holistically, we can offer distinctive solution to any problem. We can encourage the organization to innovate. We provide fresh insights to the organization and decision makers, and we open up for merging the ideas of all organization. So this is better. This is better than having each function doing or each department function alone. So they function together, they cooperate together. This is the idea of the holistic approach of innovation. Type. Do we have any negative points about the holistic approach? Yes. It would be a very bad point if we want to think holistically, however, one department of the organization is dominating. يعني ايه is dominating؟ يعني is taking over other departments, giving them importance more than other departments. In this case, all the ideas will come from the departments. We call from this department because other departments don't take the same يعني importance. So if one functional department is dominating the others, so it would be a negative point in adopting a holistic approach. Why? Because they all need to participate. Which part, Sundar? I'm trying to explain more. Up and down, you mean the positive points and the negative points? Let's forget about positives and negatives. Let's think about this holistic approach of innovation, Yasundus. It's a philosophy, فلسفة معينة. Trying to يعني احنا لسه يعني the slide before we were talking about the innovative organization, how the organization to be innovative in order to nurture and feed innovation. صح؟ طيب. One way of doing this is to adopt this philosophy, which is the holistic approach. The holistic approach look at the organization as a whole, not as parts, not as separate functions. So they are trying in this philosophy. They يعني believe that all the organization must behave like corporate or corporate thinking, corporate organization. They are a whole, not parts. Not every function is functioning alone. مش كل حد بيشتغل لوحده. مش كل function بيشتغل في عالم لوحده بغض النظر عن التاني. No, they are working together. If the organization is facing a problem, all functions are working together and providing ideas in order to save or solve this problem. So it's not only parts, it is a whole. The philosophy behind the holistic approach is that we consider the organization as a whole, and it is more than the sum of its parts. The sum of its parts يعني ايه؟ مجموعة، يعني ما نقدرش نقول ان الاورجنايزيشن دي هي قسم كذا وقسم كذا وقسم كذا، لا هي اكبر من كل الاقسام دي، هي its a whole. ايه الايجابيات بتاعت التفكير ده؟ ان we are working together بغض النظر عن the difference in departments. We can all provide solutions from our point of view. يعني marketing department giving solution from marketing perspective, HR the same, operation the same, accounting and finance the same. So they are trying to work it out, working as a team for solving, yes, for solving the problem or providing fresh insight. This will provide, if this happens, this will provide astonishing results because marketing never thought about HR giving solution to a marketing problem, for example, or accounting or finance. They are trying to provide and collaborate together with their own experiences. The only negative point in here that if one department is dominating، يعني ايه dominating؟ هو اللي مسيطر، هو اللي عليه الامبورتنس او العبء الاكبر. This will be a very negative point. That's when the adoptive approach or this philosophy cannot be implemented. So it's very dangerous for one department, one functional perspective, say the marketing, say the accounting or finance, to dominate and marginalize the others. يعني ايه marginalize the other? Make them less interest, giving them less importance. اوكي، marginalize يعني بتهمش الشغل بتاعهم او بتهمش ال 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 الcontribution بتاعتهم. That's why, yes, exactly. So there is no balance. So they always want one department that is important and marginalizing the other important. This is the only negative point of adopting the holistic approach. Okay. So we need this innovative organization. However, we need to adopt a holistic approach and we need to do these tasks. These tasks, يعني general tasks in order to adopt the innovation. How we do these tasks? 4 tasks we need to adopt. The first one is the generation and activation of drivers. We need to first come up with ideas. These ideas can come up from an employee, the research and development department, can come from the CEO, can come from the top level management, can come from even a competitor. شفت فكرة معينة عند منافس فأخدتها. Can come from a customer. Okay, so this is the idea generation task. Very good, Sondra. This is the idea generation. We try to gather as many ideas, innovative ideas as we can. However, these ideas are just ideas. Listen, idea. It's not a tangible. It's not something we can touch. So we need the power to make this idea come to reality. Okay, and the power here in the hands of the boss, of course. He approves ideas or he doesn't approve, or in the top level management in general. So we need the power to turn these ideas into reality. As soon as we have the power, we can now produce it. So the idea now can be in the form of a prototype, نموذج أولي. So it's now in our hands. The idea now become tangible, become ملموسة. أقدر أشوفها and I design it. It's not an idea anymore. It is a prototype we can touch, we can redesign, and we can put in a production line. The final task is to transfer or diffuse these ideas because now it's a product. It's not an idea anymore. It's a new product we can disseminate, we can distribute in a task or a phase called commercialization. اللي هي بقى ايه يعني خلاص it's now in the market, commercialized in the market. So these are the 4 innovation tasks. Okay, let's not forget that we said that innovation, we have, as we see in the video, we face many challenging factors we can encounter. Okay, so we face a lot of challenges, as you see now in the video. from competitors, from customers, from colleagues, or even from the organization itself. So we need investments, we need resources, we face the challenges in the environments. Sometimes these challenges can come in the form of political factors, can come in the form of economic factors, can come in the form of COVID 19, can come in any form. Okay, so it's a challenge. It's a challenge and an opportunity in the same time. So it's innovation. Because of the COVID 19, many businesses bankrupted and get out of the market. And because of COVID 19, there are many businesses are flourishing and they getting very high profits. صح يا بنات ولا ايه؟ Do you agree? Some businesses now they bankrupted, they get out of the market. Some else they are making very good profits. Okay, they find it an opportunity. So the same factor could be a challenge and an opportunity in the same time. Yes, عنود supermarkets, online shopping, in Amazon يعني now getting a very high profits from shopping. What else? اللي هو بقى السانيتاري برودكتس الماسكس والسانيتايزرز والاشياء اللي زي كده يعني so it's opportunities. Okay, so so we have challenges, we have opportunities, and also one of the most important challenging factors is globalization. Globalization is the topic of 207B, as we will know, inshallah, after we finish this course. However, yani, what thing about globalization? It's making communication quicker. It makes for the organization to get easier to the surroundings and the technological trends around us. So you all organization can benefit from this, but beware, not only you can access, all organization can access. They all can benefit. So you have to have a step ahead of them in order to stay in competition. So it's not only you benefiting from globalization and shrinking the world, it's other organizations. And you might be in one local environment and you can see one business from outside country come and compete with you. يعني ده because of globalization. So it's very important and very يعني challenging. يعني giving you opportunity but giving you برضو some threats. You have to innovate. يعني this is very important. بس by reaching this slide we finish our discussion for today. It's a really quick lecture and يعني but it's good introduction